right? Shalom Israel, first and foremost. Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rekakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops, a great millstone. Shalom to the whole elect. We're getting with 144,000. Shalom. All right, this lesson will be going towards this article that was published yesterday on endtimeheadlines.org. Right, and it says Russia claims Putin was invited to join Trump's board of peace. Right. And they just show you how America and Esau Edom is a hypocrite, right? Because what did Trump do at the beginning of this year? He went and bombed the Venezuelans, right? And not only he bombed them, he took the president, right? Took him into custody, and not only just the president, their wife as well, right? And not only that, he went over and took the oil, right? Went over there and took the oil. So you sitting here talking about border peace, right? But on the other hand, you still out here, causing problems and causing perdition yourself, right? Not only you doing that to Venezuelan, you're also talking about what they call? Is it Greenland? Is it Greenland? Let's go real quick, because I just seen the article about it. Yeah, so Greenland, right? Let's go to the article real quick. And if all these... Yeah, so as y'all can see right now, I just read down just a couple of paragraphs of passages, right? So it says Trump shares private texts from leaders and vows no going back on Greenland, right? So it says, I do not understand what you are doing on Greenland. That's what French President Emmanuel Macron told President Donald Trump in a private message shared online by the American leader. The message posted overnight on Truth Social was part of a flurry of activity as Trump insisted there was no going back in his campaign to seize the Slovakia, the anonymous Danish territory, and I believe I pronounced that right. If I didn't, Slovakia, right? So he said he also posted a text from the head of a NATO accused Britain of stupidity and shared what appeared to be images generated by AI depicting the American flag over Greenland and Canada, right? But meanwhile, Trump over here claiming what? Peace treaty, right? Claiming peace treaty, right? And, even though it's going towards, Israel and Hamas, but even then, y'all just seen the article how it says Israel's preparing for a surprise war, right? So this border peace shit, it's bullshit, right? It's bullshit. They talking about ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, right? And, to oversee the reconstruction of Gaza, right? But it's all bullshit, right? And then they keep going after, Putin, right? And y'all gotta know and understand, right? The president is just a puppet, to the elites, right? The president listens and does what the elites tell him to do, right? At least telling him, hey, you need to try your best to, get on good terms with Putin, right? Get him on our side, because why they know prophecy, right? They know Russia gonna be the main ones that's going to nuke America, right? And not only Russia, right? Or going to prophecy, right? World War III go consist of who going against America, right? Which is going to be Russia, China, Iran, and its allies, right? Going against America and its allies, right? And Israel going to be the one that's going to drag America into World War III, right? But they know, the elites know that Putin is going to be the main one that's going to send those nukes. So they trying to get Russia to be on the good side, right? Because they know they can get Russia on their good side. They know that they can just going to the the description of Revelation, right, about they shall, in the inward part that the house shall continue forever, right? But you can't go against prophecy. Prophecy has to be fulfilled. And Russia gonna be the main one that's gonna nuke this motherfucker, man. And we can't wait. And we can't wait. Talking about border peace, man. Even man, you the wicked. Ain't no peace with the wicked involved, man. Right, with the wicked in rulership. All right, so let's grab this real quick. Proverbs 29:2. And it reads, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, right? And the righteous ain't gonna be in authority until Yahweh shall, return and bring down Esau's kingdom, right? And that's when the righteous kingdom is going to be established, which is who? Yahweh's kingdom, the Israelites' kingdom, right? So, but when the wicked bear the rule, the people mourn, right? Who is the wicked? Esau, Edom, right? Job 9:24, right? Malachi 1:4, right? Esau is the wicked, right? So therefore, the earth and the people mourn because why these damn devils is in rulership, but soon they finna be out of rulership, right? Soon they finna be out of rulership. And I'm gonna grab this real quick in Matthew the 10th chapter, in verse 34. All right, it reads, think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword, right? So you have to know and understand there will be no peace upon this earth. While Esau, Edom is in rulership, no peace. Might well get it. That's your brain, right? Ain't gonna be no rest. Ain't gonna be no peace, right? It's gonna only be hardship and hard times. Cause why these damn devils is in rulership, right? And now now everything is finna, be turned against America, right? And these damn devils. So let me grab 2 more precepts, man. Get out y'all way. 1 Thessalonians 5:3. All right, and it reads, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction coming upon them. So then it's sudden, right? So isn't Israel preparing for a surprise war, right? And ain't Trump trying to have this board of peace, right? Even though he just bombed Venezuela, right? And even though he trying to take over Greenland and Canada, like, come on, what board of peace? If you go have a board of peace talking about Israel and Hamas, you need to be including yourselves as well, right? But we know that the Lord is a God of war, right? And that's what he bringing upon these damn devils, man. He bringing perdition, right? And not only he bringing that perdition, they're going to also take a big fat ass L along with this war, right? So it said then sudden destruction coming upon them, right? And it's soon to come to America as well. He said, travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So you're not going to be able to escape this destruction, right? You're not going to be able to escape it. And I'm going to grab one more. 2 Ezra 16:21 says, behold, the Shalakia. I'm going to start at verse 18, right? And it reads, the beginning of sorrows. This whole chapter is great. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to get straight to the point, because I just want to straight into the point. All right, so the 2 Ezra 16:18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginnings of famines, of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine, the plague, tribulation, and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Right? So even with all these things coming to pass, being fulfilled, people are still not going to repent, right? They're still not going to turn from their wickedness, right? Verse 21, he said, behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, meaning what? People are still going to be living comfortable, right? Belly full, the car tank, on full, right? They still living comfortable, right? He said that they shall think to themselves to be in a good case. Hey, they got food in their freezer, in the refrigerator, the cabinet, right? They full, they're able to go to work, right? Gas tank, bills paid. They're thinking everything's smooth, right? They think to themselves to be in a good case. He's saying, even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. So even then, man, these things are going to suddenly happen, right? The sword, the famine, the great confusion. What Babylon means? Confusion, right? And verse 22 says, "For many of them that dwell on earth, upon earth shall perish of famine." Right? The only one that's not going to perish of famine is who the elect, because the Lord is going to take care of his elect during those times. He's saying the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So even you're not going to be able to escape it. Like that precept say, or the scripture say, roughly paraphrasing, uh, I just put it, oh shoot, bear, goes, serpent. Or is it a lion? Amos 5. I knew it was Amos. Amos 5, and I saw the verse 18 say, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord Yahweh. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord Yahweh is darkness, and it's not light. As if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him." So it's just showing you right then and there that there's no escaping, right? There's no escaping the Lord's judgment, right? So let's go back to 2 Ezra, the 16th chapter, and back up to verse 22. Right, it says, "For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy." So they're just showing you how you're not going to be able to escape anything, even if you do take the RFID chip, right, the MOTB, you're still going to be hit with the famine or the plagues, right? If not that, the sword, right, the destruction. Verse 23 say, well, and I'll end right there, right? I'll end right there. And it made me think of a precept of Matthew. So I'll end it with Matthew's right here. Matthew 24 and verse 6. And this is showing you that this is just the beginning, right? "And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." Right? "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows," man. So this is the beginning of sorrows of mourning, right? Only this the beginning, this the beginning of the end, right? This is the beginning of the end, right? With that being said, Lord, when this was an edifying lesson, right? Straight and, quick, straight to the point, right? With that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Until next time, Shalom.